Hi there, welcome back. We're going to look at a new album that I just finished up the other day. This is Vintage Girl by Photoplay. I've actually already have a video with the same paper pack, but this is a different book. My first book was using my Mark V die cutting system. This one is the more traditional build-a-book with the hinge, etc. So here's some informational bits for you. The book is 7x7 pages, hinge, etc. This is the paper pack. I have bought at least 3 of these, and I bought the ephemera, and I also bought the, I think it's called small prints, so it's a little bit more smaller scale pack of paper. So I have tons of paper, and even though I've made a couple books and some layouts, I think I have still plenty to make more. Let's take a look. So here's our book. This is our front cover. This is one of my all-time favorite ribbons that I picked up somewhere along the way. I couldn't even tell you where at this point, but it's like a rosette and it's super like big, 3D kind of like. So I cut some off and put some ribbon there. Then we have some other layers of little bits on the front cover. This was a cut apart, used some of the paper, inked everything up, and let's take a look inside. I kept it simple on the front cover, just used some of this really pretty black and white paper. I might go back and add something, I'm not sure, but that's where we kind of left it for now. I also haven't made page inserts yet, but I definitely will make those. I'll just do black, put some little strips on, etc. So for our first page here, it's kind of hard to tell. This is a flap. There is a little ribbon here. It's actually this ribbon. I got it at the dollar store at Michael's, maybe. It's kind of like a real tight little pom-pom. So it's under here, and we can lift this flap, and then we can lift this flap where we have just a quick little tag. I did kind of a cute little corner punch here. I will say this one was kind of frustrating and I had to repunch it a few times. I think it's a We Are Memory Keeper punch. So I just added a little tag, big spot for photo. You could journal here. I didn't even think about that when I was doing it, but I feel like these lines really would go nicely for journaling. And there is a magnet closure. Flipping our page here, we have this fun little ribbon here. This came off of the Michaels pink pile of trim or something. It was a big pile of trim that they had, 25 pieces for like $10. Michaels carried them in a few different color schemes. This was the pink one. So we have a big flap up here, just a little doodad there. And then we have this kind of main flap and then the back flap. I thought about putting these two together and I was going to put this up here, but I actually liked kind of the way it was broken up by the stripes. Close. There's a magnet there. Yes. Over here we have a double pocket page. So same sort of paper color scheme. I just added a little pretty ribbon. Same tag situation. I just didn't add ribbon this time. And so you can tuck things in. I like when stuff sticks up above the book. Next page, we went with just a fun little waterfall. I did my waterfall offset. This was intentional. I didn't goof, but I kind of like the look of it. It's cuter when there's smaller waterfall pages because you can see more of the background paper, but we went with that. So just flip those up. I didn't add anything on the back there, left that, and then you've got the pretty paper that you can see. Magnet. Big pocket page over here. Then I use this cute little die to just make like a little booklet. I only put paper on the one side here, but you could add more paper. This is a die from, I can show you the pack. It's Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it's the Essential Planners kit or dies. This is actually the only die I've used so far, but I really like this die. There are a lot of other really cute pieces. I got this at Scraps of Love in Peoria, Arizona. Moving right along. Fun little page here. One of my favorite things to do, pull out booklet for photos. This one has a lot of room for photos. So I mean, just this page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just this page alone, I could get 6 photos in here if I wanted. And I do like the little ribbon closure. I don't have to worry about a magnet on something this heavy because there is a lot of paper here. I try to balance out like a thinner side and the thicker side when I'm doing my pages. And I just adhere the ribbon underneath the whole thing so it's locked and loaded. They have this cute little flap. This is one of my favorite kind of flap layouts, is this kind of smaller piece. I didn't include a magnet here. What I did actually instead to kind of help this out is in here to kind of pop this up for the ribbon, there's also a piece of chipboard, and so that sort of weighs it down. So you can use a heavier piece of paper when you don't have to score it, like a 80-pound or even 100-pound paper, 110-pound paper. You can use a heavier piece of paper. It's going to help weigh the page down and keep it closed. But then again, I did that chipboard. It also just gives a little bit of dimension, and the ribbon will sit in there a little bit more nicely. So little cut apart, the other side here, page, cute little sticker. There's no pocket or anything here on this, although I was thinking about it, but I changed my mind. So again, just a little tip, if you don't want to use magnets all the time, they're pricey. Use a little chipboard, weighs it right down. Last page here, I went with kind of that same look with the two papers with a little bit of a black space there. This is also a great way to maximize your scraps. And then I just added a little pocket. On this one, you can see I did the cute little corner on the colored paper, but not on the black. I liked kind of the look of the sharper corner, so I just left it. And you can certainly tuck more in there. And then we have our last black page. So that kind of wraps up the book. One thing I am still debating about also, and feel free to leave a comment if you've got a thought on it, I have this pretty ribbon going down the spine. I thought about putting like a bow, like just tying a bow and letting it dangle, but I didn't know if that would be kind of odd with the ribbon I already had here. I think this is simple and it works, but I wasn't sure about that. This is here because when I folded these over, the page actually cracked a little bit, which I was using a light paper, so it shouldn't have, but I'm thinking maybe I just pulled a little tight, so the ribbon kind of covered up that little oops. So again, you get a little tear, you add a little ribbon, and then your back cover. So should we add a bow? That is the question. This will be going to an organization that sells things at little craft fairs that are local, and they give money for scholarships. I have about 10 books that I'm going to be giving them for them to hopefully make some money and help some young kids out heading off to college. So thanks so much for watching.